Hello everyone and welcome to another update on the Morris Minor. It's been a couple of weeks breaking this due to work commitments and family commitments, but back at the front suspension. I've been at it all afternoon. This side has really put up a good fight, but I'm glad to say that the driver's side suspension is all back together. I have raised it as per my plan. I have also replaced the bushes with the polyurethane, and the blue ones at the top and the red ones in at the end of the torsion bars. All a bit of a fight getting it back together again, but definitely worth it, and we're really looking forward to getting it back on the road. Bit of a feature there of the workshop dog, that's Molly. So still bushes to go in, those are the reds for the other side. Apologies for the mess of the workshop, but as always it's a work in progress. I'll take you around and show the other side. Got some oil here. Done a service at the same time, not sure if I mentioned that in a previous video. New spin-on oil filter and just changing the oil. The spark plugs have done next to no miles and the air filter there's hardly any use on it as well, so really just an oil change at the minute, not a major service needed. Coming around this side then, the front half of the wishbone has been removed. I'm going to try and keep the tie rod in place because it put up a good fight on the other side, and I'm pretty sure from memory this side was worse when I put it back together after the restoration. If you can see in there, that bush really is a bit of a mess. Look at the state of that. For having done hardly any miles, these ones aren't too bad. Not sure that's coming up very well on the camera. There you go. There's hardly any wear on those. Those were from the top. But if you can see, just in there between the top of the trunnion, you can see the blue polyurethane coming through. So that job's done. And just need to have, there you can see I've used the white marker to mark the position of the torsion bar and the wishbone. I'm also going to raise the suspension on this side of the car as well. So making progress, over halfway now. Yes, I know it's been a bit of a while in the making, but I do work a full-time job and it's a full shift pattern, so not always very easy to get a lot of time. The wheels are away, just still this one left to repair. I will make a video on that. Land Rover still waiting on its exhaust, but one job at a time. Don't want to get to the position of having multiple cars in bits. Other jobs, I've noticed the jack. This is a bit of a pain. Now, not a particularly expensive jack, I will admit, but underneath it's developed an oil leak, so that is going to need replaced. So I'm going to have to do a bit of research and work out what the best trolley jacks out in the market are. If you have any particular recommendations, I'd be happy to hear them. I'm always happy to take suggestions, and if I do get a new jack, I will make a review video on it and keep you all posted. So that's the next expenditure. Out here we have the 1969 MGB. So you can see the new shiny parts of the suspension. So I had this out for a good long drive, was quite pushing on, and I noticed there's quite a difference between pushing on the power and coming off the power. And there's a bit of a jolt at the back, and the car nearly seemed to steer from the rear. Now I've since jacked it back up again and I've tightened up all the axle bolts, and I'm glad to report that that's gone away. But just goes to show you, even though it was tightened up at the time of servicing, it's always worthwhile putting maybe a mile on it, mile or two, bringing it back to the garage and retorquing all those bolts. New grease, bushes, the whole back. Make sure they're all bedded in well together. So I've gone through every other bolt in the rear suspension to make sure I'm not going to run into any problems with that, because that really could have been a bit of a problem. Other jobs, so you can see the Land Rover in the last video, running really well. It just needs the exhaust put on and it'll be tip top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the roof of it and the side panels. At the minute I can't really afford a full respray on it, so might do it in part. Other jobs to do here, I'll come around this side. And I'd like your opinions on these. This fuel pump, now, yeah, I could strip it and put it back to the original colour, but I'm tempted by an electronic fuel pump. I'd like to know your thoughts on these. It would be an SU, but I've seen other Facet ones, but I like the original appearance of the engine bay, so probably put an SU pump in there. I like your opinions on those. SU electronic pump, see what your opinions are on those. Other things that can you do with doing this horn could really do with being disassembled, tidied up, resprayed. Maybe we get a bit of a tidier bracket in there. A few people have asked me questions about the Lucas battery. It's not actually a Lucas battery, it's a battery from Halfords, but I took the Halford sticker off and I bought a Lucas sticker off eBay, and I think it looks really well. It's got the six little caps along the top, so it does look quite period, but obviously slightly more modern within. Just looking a bit run around the engine bay. This could do with a bit of a tidy up, and I would hope to solder the ends of those wires given time. And another job I may consider doing is converting this car to an alternator, but using one of those Dynamotor systems. I'm not sure if you've seen those, but they're where you have the alternator internals in a dynamo body, thus keeping the original appearances. So a few more jobs in the pipeline for this. I think the alternator would really benefit, because anytime you do night driving, the headlamps are like candles despite being halogen bulbs. So really I think that would be a job worth doing. So the aim really is to get the all three cars back on the road and take it from there. Wouldn't mind a new vehicle, but finances at the minute wouldn't really allow a fourth vehicle in the garage. So plans for future videos, I'll keep track of the rest of this suspension work. I'm planning on doing product reviews on the tools that I'm using, and also maybe some buyer's guides to the three vehicles, as there has been some inquiries regarding that. As ever, thank you very much for watching. I always reply to my comments in my videos, so please feel free to comment. As always, I would ask that you subscribe to the channel, therefore you can keep updated, and like the video as well. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye.